Okay, good morning, class. My name is Miss Namor. I will be your teacher for this year's summer school, Algebra 2. So when you are on IXL, just make sure that you are logged into Algebra 2. Now, I'm on my iPad, so the screen looks a little bit different. So I'm going to click on D.1, which is our first assignment for today. And we are finding the range of this function. Now, remember guys, range equals y. Therefore, our domain equals x, okay? So, our range are all the y's. So, we know that 12, 11, and 12 are all of our range. So, we don't have to list 12 twice, so our range is 11, comma, 12. Make sure you write them from least to greatest, okay? Now our domain. Now, it's listed differently now, but our domain would be all of our x's. So we look at our x-axis. So this is our x-axis, right? So our first number that it hits on the x-axis is -5 because there's a point right here. So that's going to hit -5. And then we got -4. We got 2 and we got 3. Okay? -5, -4, 2, and 3. Okay? And I'm going to go back and now I'm going to show you how to do D2. So D2, is this relation a function? Now we are going to do the vertical line test to determine this. Now that means if I could draw a line through this graph and it won't hit any 2 points, so I'm drawing all these lines, can I hit 2 points at the same time? No. Therefore, yes, it is a function. This is also a function because if I did the vertical line test, I cannot hit any 2 points. This is also a function. I cannot hit any 2 points. Now, this is an example of something that isn't a function. If I were to draw a line through this graph, I would hit this point, and I would also hit this point. Therefore, no, it is not a function. Okay? Now, if it is a function, it will not have more than one x. Every input will have a different output. So there's no x's that are the same. Therefore, yes, it is a function. Okay, this one is also a function. And now this set, we look at all of our inputs. So 2, 0, -12, 7, 8. They are all different. Therefore, yes, it is a function. Okay? Now, I'm going to move on to D3. Use the function rule to find f of 8. So now, all we're doing is we're replacing this x with this number 8, right? So f of 8, so f of 8 equals -16 over x, which is 8 minus 2, okay? Negative 16 divided by 8, so we're going to do order of operations. Remember PEMDAS. Okay? Parentheses, exponents. Okay, we don't have any of that. So we're moving on to multiplication, division. So negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2 minus 2. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. So our answer is negative 4. Okay? And you continue to do that for D3. D4. Use the graph to find g of 0. So, g of x, or f of x, so g, f of x, g of x, h of x. These are all just different ways of writing it. They all mean the same thing, okay, guys? So, what do they all have in common is they're all x. So what's in here, what's in the parentheses, this is our x. So if our x is 0, so here's our x at 0, this is our x-axis, and 0 is right here, then our y is at the number 6. Same kind of thing over here. We have our x-axis. If x is 8, then our y is, so this is 2, so this must be 3. So our answer is 3. Okay. D5. Use the graph to complete the table. So f of x is the same thing as our y. Same thing with g of x. That's always y. H of x, y. They all mean y. So if f of x, so if x is 3, so we go all the way to 3. This is the number 3 right here. This is our x-axis. Then our y is 9. Okay? D6. Find the slope of a linear function. Okay? So, finding the slope is rise over run. So if I start right here, okay, our next possible point is going to be right over here. Now, if I rise this many and I go and I run this many, how many did I go up? I went up 30 and I went to the right. So we start at 10 and we end at 50. So we start at 10 and we end at 50. How many did I run? I actually ran 40. Okay? So our rise over run is 30 over 40. You simplify that and you get 3 over 4. Okay? And this one, we start right here. You see, this is a perfect point right here, and this is also a perfect point. So how many did I rise? From 30 to 40 is 10. We got 10 right here. Let me rewrite that. We got 10 right here, and then we ran from 10 to 30. From 10 to 30, there's 20 spaces. So we got 10 over 20, which is also 1/2. Okay? This one, notice the points go from 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's normal. So now we're going to start at 3. Okay, and another perfect point's right here. So we're going to rise 3, run 4. So our answer is 3/4. Okay, now the slope of the line here. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m equals slope and b equals y-intercept, okay? So, our slope is m. So that's the number in front of x. So our slope is the number in front of x. So here, our slope is -2/3.